and welcome back to another video. Today I'm super excited because we are going to be crocheting the trendiest and the cutest bucket hat ever. Isn't this the cutest bucket hat you ever seen in your life? I love, I'm so in love with this bucket hat and I'm wearing every single day in pajamas. You don't understand. I cannot take it off. I'm crazy about this bucket hat. I'm not gonna lie. So I was going through Pinterest and Instagram Explore page and I saw a lot of these bucket hats. So it's quite trendy now on Pinterest and Instagram, and I decided to give it a go, and this is what I came up with. And I think I got really close to how they look and the thickness of these bulky chunky bucket hats, so I'm really impressed and happy with this tutorial. And I thought of bringing this tutorial because it's something that is trendy now, and if you make one and then you say that you made yourself and it's handmade, how cool is that going to be, right? So I decided to just show you how to make one. This tutorial is also beginner friendly, so I'm going to be explaining everything super detailed, so don't be scared if you are a beginner. This bucket hat has only 11 rows, so super easy, not complicated, and super quick to make. You can make this in under 30 minutes if you are a little bit more advanced in crochet, but if you are a beginner, you can make this in like 1 hour and a half, 1 hour, so super quick to make. You can just sit down, watch a movie, be relaxed, and crochet your own bucket hat. Also, you can crochet some for your friends too. I'm pretty sure they're gonna love a bucket hat just like this one, especially because this yarn is super soft. You don't understand how soft this yarn is. It's just like a teddy bear in a soft blanket. I feel super cozy with this bucket hat here. That's why I cannot take it off. And talking about this super cute yarn right here, I got it from Amazon, so the link is going to be in the description if you are interested, because me and Amazon are best friends now and I'm buying quite a lot from Amazon. I'm not gonna lie. So I got this super pretty light yellow here and also this khaki brown right here. I really love these two shades. They have another shade of yellow that I really love. It's kind of like a golden one. And they have other shades too. I'm going to be putting it right here so you can see. And also this yarn is pretty affordable. So it's 10 pounds for 200 grams of yarn. So that's pretty good for a super good quality yarn like this one. I'm really in love. So I'm going to stop rambling because I love talking to you at the beginning of the videos. I feel like I get more connected to you when I talk to you like this at the beginning of the video, so sorry if sometimes I take a little bit longer to explain and to do my intro because I really love talking to you at the beginning of my videos. You can always check the timestamps right here. You can just choose where you want to go. That's why I add the timestamps, because then you can just scroll through the video and choose what you want to watch. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure to give a massive thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe, to comment below what you thought about today's video. I would love to know. Also, turn on the notification bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. I upload weekly, so every Friday 2 p.m. GMT London time. So enjoy the video, everyone, and let's begin with today's tutorial. So these are all the materials we are going to be using to create our bucket hat, our chunky bucket hat. I have the yellow one right here, and the tutorial will be using the brown yarn. So this one right here. So this is the yarn that we are using. I have right here 200 grams of yarn. It comes in this super cute packaging right here, this super cute bag. I really love how they package this yarn here because it looks super cute. And this is how the yarn looks like. It's super soft. Is the most soft yarn I ever seen in my life. I really love it, and it's also chunky, as you can see. So I'm using a 10 millimeters to crochet this bucket hat, so a 10 millimeters hook. And for my bucket hat, I've used 160 grams, so I have 40 left right here of yarn. I would say that this bucket hat is more like a standard size. It's kind of like a one size fits all because it's quite a large bucket hat, and also it does stretch quite a lot as well, so you have to keep that in mind. And as you saw at the beginning of the video, it's not super tight. So it's kind of like a loose kind of fitting, but I really love it. And that's what I wanted with this bucket hat right here. I want it to be super comfortable and not tight around my head. So I'm just going to be opening the packaging right here so we can see this yarn, because I haven't opened this one yet. Oh my goodness, this yarn is just the cutest yarn I ever seen, and this color is so beautiful. Look at this, I love it. So this is the one for the tutorial, and we are also going to be using a small pair of scissors, some stitch markers. If you are a beginner, I would really recommend you using a stitch marker, that helps a lot. And last but not least, a measuring tape to help you with the measurement if you are using a different yarn weight. And this tutorial right here will be for beginners, so if you are a beginner in crochet, that's completely fine. With this tutorial, you will be able to follow me because I'm going to be explaining everything super detailed, so stay with me and you'll be able to crochet your bucket hat until the end of this video. This bucket hat right here has only 11 rows. You will be able to crochet this bucket hat in under 1.5 hours watching a movie, so sit down, watch a movie and create as many bucket hats as you need, of course right after watching my video. So enjoy the video everyone, and let's begin with today's tutorial. So there's two different ways you can start the beginning of your bucket hat. You can decide if you want to start with a magic ring or a chain of 4, which is what I'm going to be doing because that's easier for beginners. Me particularly, I prefer starting with the chain of 4 because then the beginning it's a little bit stronger than with the magic ring, but you can use both of them. So to begin, we are going to be creating a slip knot. So how you create a slip knot: you're going to be using your index and middle finger, and then you're going to be holding right here the end of the yarn, just like this. And then you're going to be wrapping the yarn right here around your finger. And then when you come back to the yarn here, you're going to be putting it underneath the previous yarn, just like this. Kind of just wrapping it around, but crossing it right here. And then you're going to go underneath the first yarn, and then you're going to be pulling the other yarn through the first yarn, and then you're going to be tightening this yarn just like that by pulling both yarns here at the end. And then you're going to be holding the end of the yarn, and then you're going to be pulling this yarn right here, which is the working yarn, to close our slip knot. So from here we are going to be starting our chain. So you're going to be wrapping the yarn around the hook, and you're going to be pulling through the first loop that it was here on the hook. So wrap it and pull through, wrap, pull through, wrap and pull through. So we are going to be starting with 4 chains right here, so we already have that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we are going to be transforming this chain into a circle so we can work inside of this circle. So you're going to be counting 1, 2, 3 into the 4th chain right here. You're gonna go, make sure that it's nice and tight here, the yarn, before you do that. Just want to tighten that by pulling this yarn. And then we are gonna go into the very first chain right here, and then you're going to be yarning over and pulling through the first chain right here, and then you're going to pull through also through the loop that was here on the hook. So if you look, you will find a little hole right in the middle of this chain. So here is where we are going to be working now, and we are going to be working with half double crochets. So first we have to chain 2 going up right here, and now we are going to be starting with our half double crochets. So how you create a half double crochet: you're going to be wrapping this yarn around the hook, you're gonna go right in between the circle right here, and then you're going to pull up a loop right here. So what you're gonna do now is yarn over, wrap the yarn around the hook, and then you're going to be pulling through all the loops together. So again, wrap the yarn around the hook. This yarn here, the end, will go in between the stitches, so you can hold it kind of close to the base right here. So wrap the yarn around the hook, go through the middle, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and and pull through all the loops together. And that's what we are going to be doing until we have 10 stitches. So 10 half double crochets, including the chain right here at the beginning. Before we slip stitch right here, we want to get this yarn and you want to pull it nice and tight to close here in the middle, and then you can at the end weave this in, so it's going to be closing here the middle nice and tight. This is something that you can actually do. That's why it's good to weave in this with the half double crochets into the very first row. So now you're going to be finding the chain here, the chain 2. You're gonna go right into the second chain. So we have the first one, the second one is right here. So go through, make sure that you get 2 little loops from that chain here, and then make nice and tight this yarn right here, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops together. So now we are gonna go into the next row. So starting right here with a chain of 2. And we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets into every stitch right here, going around until we have double the amount of half double crochets that we had here into the first row. So we are going to be having 20 half double crochets into this second row. So for this very first half double crochet, we are going to be creating right on top of the chain 2 right here with this chain here at the beginning. So go ahead and find the chain 2, and then right here at the top there is a little gap, as you can see, and then right here we are going to be creating the very first half double crochet. So to start this row, right after the chain and this half double crochet, we are gonna go right into the next stitch that we can find. So this one right here, there is 2 little loops right here. So right into this stitch, we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets into that same stitch, and that's going to be creating an increase. And we are going to be repeating the same steps all the way around. As you can see, I am adding 2 half double crochets into the same space. So now I'm just going to be continuing right here, creating my half double crochets, and then I will be back once I'm right at the end. So once you have 20 half double crochets right here, we still have kind of like a little gap right here. You will see that you have kind of like a stitch, but this stitch is from the chain. What I like to do, so it's a little bit nicer here, the finishing, I like to create a very last half double crochet right here. And then we are going to be finding the very first V right here from the other side. So we are going to be skipping the chain. You're going to be finding the first V, so this one right here. And then here we are going to be slip stitching the sides together. This is just going to be keeping the joining right here a little bit close together, so it's not going to be having a gap. I will show you if we don't add this last half double crochet right here. If we go straight to the chain here and create a slip stitch, what's gonna happen? It will have a gap right here, and we don't really want that. You can do this if you want, if it's easier for you, but just so it looks a little bit nicer, I prefer doing this little trick right here. So we kind of skip the chain here, go straight into the next one, and then the chain is going to be kind of behind right here. So now for the next row, we are going to be continuing with the increases, but this time is going to be a little bit different. So we are going to be starting right here with a chain of 2 and create right into the first stitch you can find a half double crochet, just like I showed you, because this is going to be the beginning of the row and the very first increase. Now into the next stitch, we are going to be creating only 1 half double crochet. So only 1. and then the next one is going to be an increase. So 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. The next one is going to be 1 half double crochet only, just 1, and then the next one is going to be an increase, which is 2 half double crochets into one space, into one stitch. And that's what we are going to be repeating all the way around. And we are also going to be doing that little trick right here, but I'll come back and explain again here to you at the end. So right here, I've just counted and I have 30 stitches going all the way around right here, counting the chain 2 here at the beginning. So 1 chain and 29 half double crochets. So 30 stitches going all the way around. I have finished right here my round with 1 half double crochet. So you're going to be repeating that same little trick as I showed you right here. Create a half double crochet into that last stitch, not 2, just 1, because this is from that little trick. We don't have to follow the pattern right here. And then you're going to be finding the very first V, go through that V and slip stitch the sides together. I always like to just pull a little bit here so it tightens a little bit more the joining right here. So right here now we have completed our crown, the top of our bucket hat. So this is how it looks like. So we have 3 rows, 4 right at the top, and I'm going to be measuring that for you. So for this one here, I have 15.5 centimeters, so that's really close to 16. So I'm going to be stopping it right here. And in inches, that's 6 inches. So once you got very close to that measurement, we are gonna go now into the next row, which is already kind of going into the sides and the band of our bucket hat. So now is the time that we are going to be needing some stitch markers. I'm going to be using 6 because that's the amount of increases that I'm going to be doing now for the next row. And what we have to do is to find 6 stitches to increase. Remember that we are already doing 1 here at the beginning. So here's gonna be 1. So now with the other slip stitches, we are going to be placing, going around right here so we know when to add an increase. So what I did, I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 5th stitch right here. I've placed a stitch marker. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another right here. So we have our 6 stitches that we are going to be increasing. So the first one is going to be here, so we're going to be removing this stitch marker. So we're going to be starting exactly as we did to the previous rows right here, the 2 here. So we're going to be starting with a chain of 2 and half double crochet into this very first stitch right here. So now we are going to be creating half double crochets until this stitch right here. So just 1 half double crochet into every stitch until you get to the stitch marker. So we found our first stitch marker, so remove this stitch marker and then right into this stitch we are going to be creating an increase. So 2 half double crochets into that same stitch. So now we are going to be creating half double crochets until the next stitch marker. Once you get to the stitch marker, remove the stitch marker and into that stitch create an increase. So 2 half double crochets into that same stitch. And now we are going to be repeating all the way around until the end right here. So I'll meet you right at the end, but we are following the same little trick right here at the end too. So remember to do that. You will see that it's going to start curving right here. That's completely normal. That's just because we are not doing the increases to stay straight. We are now creating increases into this row, but to start to go down because we are going to be creating now the band that is going to go around our bucket hat. So now for this next row right here, we have 36 half double crochets, including the chain right at the beginning. So we have 6 stitches more than the previous row right here. So once you get here at the end, remember to create that little trick that I've mentioned into the previous rows. So half double crochet into that very last stitch, find the very first V right here, and slip stitch. Look at this stitch, right? So beautiful. I love this stitch so much. Now we are going to be starting to go around without increases or decreases. So now for the 5th row, start exactly how we did right here into these rows here. So chain 2 and half double crochet into that very first stitch right here. We are also going to be doing that little trick here just to maintain our rows nice and straight. So what we are going to be doing now, it's creating half double crochets, going all the way around with no increases, no decreases, just 1 half double crochet into every stitch, going all the way around. You will see that now it's going to curve even more. That's completely okay. This is just because we are not adding any increases now, so it's going to curve. So as you can see, it's completely curved now, so that's completely fine. So I'm just going to be turning right here, inside out. So we have the reverse on the inside and the right side on the outside. So now to maintain our rows nice and straight, you're just going to be repeating that little trick we made right here into the previous rows. So now to go into the next row, you're just going to be following exactly the same as the previous row right here. So chain 2, go into the very first stitch, create a half double crochet right here. And then we are gonna go all the way around with half double crochets. So this is how you're going to be doing this row, and also the next 2 that we have to do. We are doing 4 rows like this. When you get at the end, create a half double crochet right here and connect to the very first V. So I'm just going to be continuing right here, creating this row and also 2 more rows exactly like this one, and then I will be back to show you the next step. So here we have our little bucket like a little basket. So I have completed here row number 8. For the side here, we have created 5 rows in total, and then 3 for right here at the top. So I just want to measure this one right here for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows right here. And here we have, as you can see, 11 centimeters, and in inches, that's 4.5 inches. So now we are going to be creating the brim. That's also super easy. We are going to be doing a few increases again. So now for the next row, which is going to be starting already with the brim, we are only going to be working on the front loops of this row. So the front loops are these ones right here that you see right at the front, that it's in front of you. These ones right here that is going outwards, that is not in front of you, these are the back loops. So if you grab this entire stitch right here, you see that you have the front and the back loop right here. So we are just working with the front loops right here. So we are going to be starting this row exactly like we did for all of the other ones. And this one is already going to be counting as an increase. So chain 2, and right here we have the first one already to grab the front loop only. So here we have back and front loop, grab front loop only, and then right here create an increase, so a half double crochet. So for this row we are going to be following exactly what we did into the third row right here, which was one increase, one half double crochet, one increase, one half double crochet, increase, half double crochet, all the way around. So the next one is going to be one half double crochet. So back loop, front loop, grab front loop and create a half double crochet. So the next one is going to be an increase, and we are also doing the increases into the front loops right here from this row. So following the same steps. So back loop, front loop right here, and create your increase into that same loop. Then the next one is going to be one half double crochet, and then the next one is going to be an increase. Make sure that you get only the front loop, and we are following the same steps all the way around. So one increase, one half double crochet, one increase, one half double crochet, all the way around. This yarn is already finishing, as you can see, so I'm going to be showing you how to attach your new skein, because this is quite a nice little trick for you to do too. So you're going to be getting the yarn that is attached to the project right here, and you're going to be getting your new yarn, and then you're gonna get the one that is here with the project. You're going to be placing it right here, and then the new one you're going to be placing it right here. The one attached to the yarn ball, we are going to be making a knot right here, and then this one that it's in the project, we are going to be making a knot right here. So put it underneath and then make a knot right here, the one that is attached to the yarn ball, and then with this one we are going to be making a knot right here, and then now you're going to be pulling this yarn that is attached to the project and this one right here together that is attached to the yarn ball. Going to be pulling them until the knots right here get super nice and close together. You can give it a tug to make them super nice and tight like this, and now we can cut the ends off right here. You can cut super close to the knot right here because they will not unravel. You can trust me on that. There we go, as you can see. So this is how you add another yarn to your project without having to fasten off and attach another yarn into your project. This is just going to make you continue the project without having to fasten off. So as you can see right here, I have finished this row. The only thing that I have to do is to attach here the sides together. So as you can see, it's quite nice and close here. So I don't think we need to do that little trick, but let's see how it looks with the trick to see if it gives any difference to the finishing right here. Okay, it looks nice. So, okay, I'm gonna do the little trick right here. So now for the next row, we are going to be starting here at the beginning exactly as before. So chain 2, go into the very first stitch and create a half double crochet. So now we are going to be doing the next row here for the brim, which will be the last one for the sizing, and then we are going to be doing the last one, which will be just with slip stitches, just to give a nice finish. So for this row we are going to be doing 5 half double crochets and 1 increase, 5 half double crochets and 1 increase. So this one already counts as an increase, so we are going to be doing right here 5 half double crochets right here. So 1 half double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. So now stitch number 6, we are going to be doing an increase. So 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. So now we are going to be doing again 5 half double crochets. And then the next one is going to be an increase. And we are going to be following the same steps all the way around. So I'll meet you right at the end. So I got here right at the end and I have created my 5 half double crochets here. Now I'm going to finish here with an increase, and I'm going to be skipping that little trick right here, and I'm gonna go right into the first V, because right here we have an increase, so we don't want to have like a super bulky joining right here. So we just want to connect these two parts in place. As you can see, that looks quite nice. So now we are going to be doing the last row. Woohoo, so excited. So now I'm going to be doing the last row here with slip stitches only. So to create the slip stitches, you're first going to be starting with a chain 1, and we are going to be placing a stitch marker right here because we are coming back to this one to slip stitch. So we are going to be skipping right here this very first one. We are going to go right into the next stitch right here, and you're going to pull up a loop, and with this loop you're going to be going through the second loop in the hook. So right here and slip stitch. So pull up a loop into the next stitch and then go through with the same loop through the second one that was here on the hook. Very, very simple. So now I'm just going to be repeating the same steps all the way around, and then I'll meet you right at the end. So when you get here at the end, I'm just going to be creating here into this stitch one last slip stitch, kind of into the same stitch that we do the little trick here. And then once we did that, oops, we are gonna go right into the chain right here, grab the entire stitch. We have 2 loops here, as you can see, and then right here we are going to make it nice and tight and slip stitch because we have just completed our bucket hat. And then right here, what I like to do, just chain 1, and then I cut a little bit of the yarn because now we have to weave in. So cut enough yarn to weave in, chain 1 as I already mentioned, and then you're going to be pulling this yarn right here, and now you can just tug the yarn to fasten off. Yay, we are finished. Before I show you how it looks like, we are going to weave in. So thread this yarn into your tapestry needle, and we are going to be doing the weave in here on the reverse of our bucket hat. As you can see, I'm just going to be moving this yarn from here all the way to around the side right here. So once you go around here, you're going to be finding a stitch, and then we are going to go through the stitch twice. So the first one, the second, and then one last one right here by creating a little loop right here, and then you're going to go through this loop like this, and you're going to pull nice and tight, and that's going to fasten off this yarn. So now we can go ahead and cut the yarn right here, and that's it. So now to weave this one in, you first want to make sure that it's nice and tight here in the middle, and then with this yarn we don't need to go through any stitch because it's already going all the way around right here. So we just want to find a stitch right here, and you want to try go through the stitch twice, 2 or 3 times, And then just go through one more time by creating a little loop right here. And then just go through with the end through this loop and pull nice and tight to fasten off. And now you can cut this yarn right here. Oh my goodness, we are done with our bucket hat. Did you see how quick it is to make this bucket hat? It's incredible how quick it is. I'm just gonna turn here inside out. And this is how it looks like. Oh my god, everybody, look at this. It looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to show you how it looks like. You already saw at the beginning, but I'm so excited to record the intro for you. Oh my god, look at this. You can see the joining right here. It looks super nice and tidy. I love this joining right here. You can always do this one for round projects. You don't really see, you see a little bit here in the video, but in real life, you don't really see the joining right here. But this is our bucket hat completed. I'm just going to be measuring right here for you the brim, because I promised you that I was going to measure everything. So the brim is right here. So in centimeters, that's 6 centimeters. I don't know if you can see, I don't know if it's focused, but that's 6 centimeters. And in inches, that's 2.5 inches. Just if you are wondering, in inches, because I know some of you work with inches, so that's in inches too. I think that I prefer the brown one rather than the yellow one. Yellow is my favorite color, as you may already know. But this is both of them. You don't really see this one a lot in the camera because it's super bright. It's like a neon yellow. But I love it so much. You can see how bright it is. So this is it, everybody. We are done with our bucket hat. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. It makes me super happy every time I finish a video for you. Now I'm going to be editing this video and I will be so anxious to post because I really want to share everything that I do with you. It means the world to me that we are growing so fast. We are already 70,000 subscribers on YouTube and 12,000 followers on Instagram. How crazy is that? How incredible is that? That's absolutely amazing. Thank you, everyone. I wouldn't be here without you all. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love you have here for this channel. It means the world to me. Thank you, everybody, so much. It makes me so emotional. And if you end up making this bucket hat, do share with me on my social media. I love seeing everything that you do. I always give it a like and some love. I always comment or share on my Instagram, so do share with me if you complete any of my projects. It's just like a teddy bear. It's just like a super comfortable blanket. I think you guys will love this yarn here so much. It's the most soft yarn and the most beautiful yarn I ever seen in my life. I'm not lying when I say that. It's so soft. And it was kind of random when I found on Amazon, actually. I was looking for some soft yarns and this one turned up and it is the most soft yarn and the most beautiful yarn I've ever seen. But thank you, everyone, again for watching today's video. I really love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and love you have here for this channel. And I'll see you all on my next video, which is next Friday. Bye. Let's go. You're like water, baby, water. Baby, why?